is your collective August reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you are likely to find a message in there. So let's get this started. Spirit, can we get some cards for Cancer, please, on what is coming up in August? What is coming up in August for Cancer? Okie dokie. So the overall energy I've got is the Four of Winter. So that's traditionally the Four of Swords. So set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So it feels very much like August might be a little bit of a month where you might be on a kind of like a go slow pace. You might be lacking energy. It could just be that you are going on holiday. And let's face it, it is the school holidays for a lot of us. So, you know, vacation with the kids is always something that we tend to dread, but also look forward to because it's time away from the monotony of life. So it could very well be that you're just going to be regenerating yourself, recuperating on a sun lounger, whatever it is that you like to do for your holiday to restore yourself. Maybe you like skiing, maybe you like, I don't know, speedboating, going on a cruise liner, or I've got no idea. Whatever it is for you, it could be that you're very much going and restoring. You might be a camper, somebody that goes out into nature, visiting lakes, whatever. It feels very much like you are going to be taking some time out, taking some time to chill out, restore yourself from that low lull of energy in August. Now, at the beginning of the month, I've got an Ace of Summer here. So we've got open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. And we also had the Princess of Summer, so a new relationship or emotional experience, invitation to social events, a compassionate friend that you can share concerns with. So it very much indicates at the start of the month that there could very well be somebody new coming into your life or a relationship that is, I want to say, it could be a little bit, it's not innocent energy, that Princess of Summer, um, a little bit immature. If it's something where, I mean, that Ace of Summer there is very much saying, it could be a new relationship or it could be a rekindling of a relationship. If it is a rekindling, it's very immature energy. Now, it could be very much that you are starting things from scratch and you're doing a whole getting to re-know someone. Obviously with that kind of thing, it is going to feel very innocent at the start. I do feel like it's something brand new, maybe somebody coming into your life. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now we do have the Sun card here, so you can feeling very happy, very excited. There's going to be a lot of success, a lot of celebration, a lot of joy here with this. The King of Cups is very much telling me you have got somebody confessing their feelings. There's a lot of compassion. There's a lot of affection. There's a lot of love. Yeah, and they are very much confessing it to you. We do have a King of Wands though, so I feel like this is you, and I don't feel it's anything bad. I feel like it's you and your lack of energy. So it could very well be that while this is really, really exciting and it's something that's brand new, you could just be a little bit lacking some energy. Now, it might not be, it could be somebody else in the background that might be very negative, somebody that you're having to heal from potentially, because the King of Wands can, as well as it being a lack of energy and a lack of drive, it can also be somebody that is a bit aggressive and a little bit nasty. So that could be a good possibility there as well, that you could have somebody that's not particularly very nice in that particular arena. Now, Your challenge, I've got the balance and I've got the three of autumn. So take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. So it does suggest here that there could be some sort of rush to get a decision from you. Now, this King of Wands, it can also be impulsiveness as well. Maybe this King of Cups or Princess of Summer, whatever it is for you. Maybe they are trying to get you to commit straight away. It might feel very rushed, and it could just be that you need to take that time. You need to balance it out. You don't need to make a decision right now. You need to make sure that you get in, that you're making the right decision for you. We do have a three of autumn here as well. So follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. Now, it also suggests that you are potentially wondering whether or not this is going to work. Now, it could be that you are very much doing a lot of work as well. And it could be that you've got to balance out your home life and your work life. Maybe a new relationship is something that you weren't expecting. So you're very much having to try and work out the balance. Maybe you're somebody that puts a lot of time and energy into working and you're now having to work out, how do I get around this? How do I balance this out? Okie dokie. So part of your calendar do have a Five of Cups, so very much moving forward and healing from something from the past, possibly this King of Wands. I've got a Wheel of Fortune as well, so very much suggesting that you are at a turning point in your life. It is very much a turn of good karma. Your luck is in. It can also very much be a state of it's the right time, making sure that you're doing things at the right time. It does indicate that this could very well be the right time for you. So it's making sure you don't miss that. Um, I do also have a High Priestess in the reverse, suggesting that you could be repressing some of your feelings. You also might be keeping a few secrets here as well. Um, and it feels like you might have your guard up a little bit because of things that have happened in the past. Now, that could be one of the things that you need to balance. You might need to balance your inner self, and that could be why you need to go and do a bit of healing here. I just noticed that underneath that Fall of Winter, we've also got the Queen of Summer, talking about listening to your heart and giving. I feel like your challenge here is to very much have that inner balance within yourself. Um, Potentially forgiving yourself. Now, if somebody's done you dirty in the past, if somebody has been nasty, abusive, potentially this King of Wands, you don't have to forgive them as long as you forgive yourself the things that you allowed happen to you, or whatever you allowed yourself to go through. It's very much about the forgiveness of your inner self so that you can move on. We have got the hope of that healing, the hope of moving on in here. So it's making sure that you do take the opportunity when it presents itself to you. Now, I feel like part of this challenge is obviously secrets that you are keeping from other people. Maybe it's very much that you're repressing certain feelings, you're keeping those secrets within you, and I feel like it's a lot to do with this healing. um, it could potentially be that you might need to open up and talk to somebody. That Three of Autumn is very much, involving other people. So it could just be that you need to, work through what it is that you're going through, possibly with someone else, maybe a counselor, some sort of professional, a friend, a really good friend, a family member. And they could be helping you go through whatever you need to, because it is time that you get this off your chest. Now, in your outcome, when you get through this challenge, we do have renewal. So review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life's purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. So that very much comes with that inner forgiveness, with releasing, judgments on yourself. And because you do that, you tend to stop thinking about others, so you stop judging them. Um, and it's very much a case of you there coming to some sort of conclusion. You're making a decision that is then going to take you into the next chapter of your life. Renewal is very much like the Judgment card, and it is something where you are making a good decision there. So let's get so for clarity. I mean, I do have the Temperance in the reverse here, which is that balance card there. So it does suggest that, you know, coming out of that bit of trying to balance things out, you might still be feeling a little bit out of balance here. There could be certain extremes that you're going through, maybe feeling really high one minute, really low the next. It could even be that you might be indulging yourself a little bit here and very much feeling like you might feel like certain things are not fully healed within yourself, because that temperance is all about inner balance, inner healing. So it does look like you are, that it could take you a while to look at this and be compassionate with yourself. But we do have the Six of Wands, so there is a lot of success here. There is celebration, and it's very much you being seen for your worth as well, and you seeing yourself for the worth that you've got here. I am seeing the Five of Swords, so there is potentially still somebody that might cause conflict. I'm assuming this one. It could just be that you are still in a little bit of conflict within yourself. And there could also be a tiny bit of resentment towards anybody that may have betrayed you in the past. But I do feel like it's something where you've made that decision to move on and you are very much moving forward. And the reason why I'm saying that, on this particular Five of Swords, we've got the two swords on the floor. He's got the sword of truth pointing down, and then he's got the two swords there that are supposed to be the sword, the two swords where you're stuck in a crossroads. They're not at a crossroads anymore. This is very much you moving forward. You've found out your truth and you're moving onwards and upwards with it and making that decision to move forward, which is beautiful. All right, let's get you some oracle cards to see if there's any more messages Spirit wants to bring up. Okay, so we've got crown activation. So activating that crown chakra for you, listening to your intuition. There's a lot of stuff that your intuition is trying to tell you. The majestic mountain, overcoming challenges, resilience. So that feels to me like that's you overcoming this King of Wands potentially over here. We've also got the zodiac circle, so astrological influences as guidance. So look to the stars, check out what's going on in your not so much the horoscopes, but what's influencing your sign at this point in time. It could be that you might have certain things going on. There's always Mercury retrogrades going on, and I know we're currently in one, and it is going to go through August as well for a chunk. So it could be that that is affecting you slightly. Say slightly, it could be affecting you massively, depending on where, you know, it sits in your chart, especially if you've got Virgo in it, because it is in Virgo as well. Um, we've got the Stargazer, so dreams, aspirations, and looking beyond, which very much goes in with that crown activation as well. And then we've got the healing hands, so comfort, care, and healing. And that is very much something that is showing me that you're going to be doing throughout that reading. So let's get you a spirit animal oracle as well. So your spirit animal this month or August, we've got the dragonfly. So magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So very much embrace that change and let it go. Forgive yourself and let go of the past, and what happened has happened. Learn from it, move on so that you don't have to deal with it again. Well, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Cancer. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to press that subscription button. And if you press that notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. For those of you that have already subscribed, thank you very much for your support. It helps the channel grow and helps pass those messages on. And thank you very much for joining me today.